main driving force of all things is love. And the measure of love is when you love without measure. You are more likely to be successful at what you do if you love doing it. Take me as an example. I would say that I love my family, my job, I love food and travel, and I sure love fashion, especially sustainable fashion. Fashion is about making people look their best. Sustainable fashion is about making people be their best. The fashion industry is incredibly labor-intensive, estimated to employ more than 75 million people worldwide. And in Peru, more than 2.8 million people depend directly or indirectly by the fashion company. The fashion industry is also historically one of the most female-dominated industries in the world, considering that 75% of all women or all garment workers are women. Many of these women work and live in conditions that are far from romantic. The fashion industry and its consumers have the power to be a massive driving force in creating economic opportunities for women and girls, pulling them out of poverty. And not just them, but also their families and their communities. 10 years ago, I saw these issues in person for the first time, when I first came to Peru. I fell in love with the country, and I was fascinated by its colors, contrasts, and diversity. And then I made a trip to the island of Manzanillo in the southern Andes of Peru, where I met some of the most wonderful, warm, and loving people that you can imagine. They taught me the significance of Ayni, which in Quechua means today for you, tomorrow for me. This trip became a changing point in my life and the beginning of many adventures. Hi, my name is Lerke Spürm, and I'm one of the co-founders of the sustainable fashion company Ayni, which I created together with my Peruvian business partner Adriana Cachay, who I met when I came to Peru the very first time. Ayni is dedicated to the creation of high-quality, beautiful women's clothing, and is made exclusively from the Peruvian primary materials such as alpaca and pima cotton. Our products are made with love by Peruvian artisans using ancient Peruvian knitting techniques. And we differentiate our products by having contemporary design, competitive prices, and an added value in the responsible supply chain management and the story behind the product. Our clothing is sold around the world through retailers like Barney's, e-commerce sites like Revolve, and in many of the most influential markets in the US, Europe, and Asia. Last year, we produced and sold around 5,000 individual clothing items. And in order to do that, we work with 300 families in more than 10 Andean communities in Peru. We say families instead of workers, as many and most of our knitters work from home. Well, they raise their families while they produce our products. Over the past 3 years, we've also certified more than 1,500 women in their knitting skills through a program funded and authorized by the Ministry of Employment in Peru. And we've identified another 12,000 women who would love to become a part of the Ayni family. Our training and certification programs give official recognition to the knitters and encourages to specialization and improved technical qualifications, which creates competitive advantages. It is our dream to spread the love and to continue empowering women, protecting cultural heritage, and creating job opportunities for the vulnerable population in Peru. All this success has been grown organically and funded by Adriana and myself. And with this success, it's now time for us to scale up production and sales, and with that, scale up employment and impact. In order to do that requires funding, and we are now seeking strategic partners and potential investors. Like all good love stories, someone needs to take the first step. And we at Ayni are ready to reciprocate. For us, the answer is simple. All we need is love. Thank you.